Water is one of Earth's most precious gifts, and it's something we often take for granted. Think about when you last turned a tap or drank a glass of water. That simple action depends on a whole natural cycle and a delivery system working together. Today, we'll explore where our water comes from, how rain becomes the water we use, and why every drop really does matter. Across cultures, people treat water as sacred because it sustains life. In practical terms, our bodies can't go more than about 3 days without it. So, understanding sources like ponds, lakes, well, and groundwater is essential. Our goal is to learn how water moves, where it is stored, and what each of us can do to conserve it for future generations. When rain falls, it can follow a few different paths. Some of it soaks into the soil, that's called absorption or infiltration, which helps refill underground stores. Some rain collects in puddles or flows over the land as runoff into streams and rivers. Over time, rivers feed lakes and ponds, and some water percolates deeper to become groundwater, the source tapped by wells. To make this real, imagine two children, Surya and Barkha, tracing where their tap water comes from. They learn that water reaching their home may start as rain, collect in a reservoir or well, and then be moved into tanks or piped systems. By understanding a few simple points, they see how local sources and small storage tanks link to the water in their taps. In many communities, the system works like this. Water is drawn from natural sources such as rivers or lakes or pumped from wells, then travels through large pipes into rooftop tanks. Those tanks feed the household taps. Sometimes, water is also brought in by tanker trucks when local supplies are low. It's helpful to remember the people and systems who make clean water available and to be grateful for that effort. We use water every day for basic activities: brushing teeth, bathing, cooking, and cleaning. Because water isn't always continuously available in every place, families often store it in tanks, pots, or containers so they have supply when taps do not run. That simple need for storage is why conserving what we collect is so important. People have stored water in many ways over time. Historically, clay pots and surahis held water. Today, we use bottles, plastic buckets, and metal vessels like steel or copper pots. The main takeaway is practical. When water is scarce or intermittent, storing a clean, safe supply prevents shortages and keeps households functioning. It's worth pausing to think about how we use water and where we can save it. Reducing overall use is the first step. Reusing lightly used or grey water, for example for watering plants or flushing toilets, can stretch supplies a lot farther. One caution: avoid adding excess soap or chemicals to water you intend to reuse because those substances can harm plants and soil. And remember, clean water is essential for hygiene and health. In places that receive little rain, people often collect water from distant rivers or wells, and every drop becomes precious. Many cultures express that value through simple acts of kindness, offering water to visitors, keeping containers of water for travelers, or leaving dishes of water out for birds in hot weather. Those traditions reflect both empathy and a recognition that water is a sacred, limited resource. Here are a few useful words to know. Absorbed means taken in by soil or another surface. Underground water is the water stored beneath the earth's surface that fills wells. A tanker is a large vehicle that carries water. A pipeline is a system of pipes that moves water from one place to another. Recharge means refilling an underground store or reservoir. A vessel is any container used to hold water. Precious means very valuable. And to conserve is to save and protect water from waste. To bring everything together, rainwater fills rivers, ponds, lakes, and wells, and that water is delivered to homes via taps, tanks, wells, or tankers. Use water for drinking, bathing, and cooking, but store wisely for shortages, and follow habits that reduce waste. reuse grey water where safe, and avoid overusing soap. Water is a gift from nature. By understanding its journey and our responsibilities, we can protect it for ourselves and future generations.
That's it for today. Learn smarter with EduRev. Notes, tests, and practice in one app. Download EduRev now on Play Store and App Store and keep learning every day.